Hello and welcome back to the series where I rank Ash's Pokemon teams. And yes, we have finally reached the end with Ash's current Pokemon Journeys team. And of course this series is still ongoing. These rankings will probably change come the end of the show. But as of 82 episodes, here is my ranking for these Pokemon. Also make sure to like and subscribe as I'll be ranking all 8 of Ash's teams to see what his best team was. But let's get into the video and I hope you enjoy. So coming in last place is Mr. Mime. So technically Mr. Mime was revealed to actually belong to Ash. After all this time of being a comic relief Pokemon around the Ketchum household, Mr. Mime has been left to aid Ash at the Cerise lab. And early on in Journeys, Ash actually used it in battle when he hadn't caught any other Pokemon. So technically it was a member of his team for a brief episode. It was actually a really great episode with Mr. Mime taking down Hodge's Hariyama with a very cool and unique battle style. Unfortunately we haven't seen it in battle since, so that's why it comes in at the number 7 spot. Coming in number 6 is Dracovish. Quite the unique capture for Ash, being his only ever fossil and also his first new Gen 8 Pokemon, not counting the Galarian Farfetch'd. Dracovish has only been around for about 30 episodes at this point, so it hasn't had much time to make its mark, although every time it does appear it's a joy to watch. I love its dopey and comedic personality. It's also quite strong in battle, taking down Iris's Dragonite with a nice Vicious Rend Ice Fang combo. So this Pokemon has bags and bags of potential, and I really hope the Journeys writers can start to bring some of that out and give it some real screen time and development, because it's gone missing for long periods of time at the minute, and that is quite worrying. So overall this Pokemon is in 6th for now, but I can definitely see it getting higher given the right development. Number 5 is Gengar. So disappointing. Gengar was introduced as this mystery Pokemon haunting the lab. It was given this whole backstory of being abandoned by another trainer, and they even set up a little race between Ash and Go for who was going to end up catching this thing. It was really cool, and then Ash ends up getting it in a great episode. And then just a few episodes later, Gengar competes in a huge Pokemon World Championship battle against Vizquez, where it shows everyone how strong it is with its tricky tactics and moves. So early on, Journey set this thing up to be such a powerhouse, such an important Pokemon for Ash. And then episode 25 came along, Ash takes on Karina in the Pokemon World Championship. Gengar gets bone rushed into the Shadow Realm by Karina's Lucario, never to be seen again. Well, we saw it again, just unfortunately no way near enough. And this is so disappointing as it had such a great start to its Journey's life and development with Ash, only to lose one battle and get sidelined for a long time. It did however return in the 3-on-3 battle with Volkner, but again it failed to pick up a single win here. It did put in some nice work in that battle, but Gengar needs some redemption and he needs it soon. So I really hope this Pokemon can get some screen time soon, as it really could have been one of Ash's best Pokemon. 4th place is Dragonite. Dragonite suffers from the exact same problems that Gengar did. Dragonite was the first capture for Ash in this series, and it was a pseudo legendary capture that shocked everyone. I thought it was an amazing decision to give Ash his home region's pseudo. It made so much sense, but it felt like the writers didn't quite know how to handle this monster of a Pokemon. It came in against Karina in the Pokemon World Championship battle, and it showed us all how powerful it was, taking down both her Pokemon, including her Mega Lucario. It was awesome in battle, but just like Gengar, after this it went very quiet. We didn't see much of it. It's more forgivable for Dragonite because it's more of a big moment Pokemon that Ash should only bring out on special occasions, but it's still frustrating to see how it hasn't shown up that much. I do enjoy its loving, caring personality. It's like a mother watching over the lab and making sure everyone is okay. It did also come back for the battle with Iris, where once again it performed really well, taking it down Iris's Haxorus and also getting a little hint of some untapped power that it might have. Iris spoke to it and said to Ash that this Pokemon is really special, which was a nice bit of added development here. So overall Dragonite is awesome. It's not been treated as badly as Gengar. It still has a 100% win rate, which is crazy, but I would like to see it day to day a bit more, just chilling with Ash and showing that it's still around. Coming in 3rd is Pikachu. Pikachu has been up and down for me in this series. Of course it's always going to be reliable in battle, but I feel like something is missing. They seem to be setting up some training for Pikachu early on in the series, with it using Gigantamax. It was unable to control being so big in the battle with Leon, but then this has just completely been forgotten about for 60 episodes, which is so frustrating. And then there was a moment where Ash started treating Pikachu badly for one episode when he was focusing on training Riolu, which again was out of character for Ash to do this. Although I liked the episode for other reasons, it was still weird to see. Ash and Pikachu probably had their closest bond in Sun and Moon, so it feels like they've gone backwards a bit here, but Pikachu has still been crucial for most of Ash's battles, taking down Electrode against Visquez, Hitmontop against B, and then of course Electivire against Volkner with its fantastic Z move. So Pikachu has had its ups in this series, but I feel like the downs have been there as well to stop it from really taking a higher spot on the list. Coming in second place is Sirfetch'd. So this was a tough one. We could argue that Pikachu has had a bit more development and more battles than Sirfetch'd, but I decided to go with Sirfetch'd as it had such a big impact on the series as a whole. I think its whole training arc and the development came at a time when we really needed it. Gengar and Dragonite had gone missing completely, Ash's team as a whole was really lackluster and lacking, but before this of course Farfetch'd was caught in such an epic battle against Ash's Riolu. It was another shock capture, but one that did not disappoint, and from here it was up and down in its development. It lost a battle to B's Howlucha and then went missing for a little bit before beginning its training arc. It returned for a couple of battles, one against Gemba in the Pokemon World Championship where it performed really well, and then another one against Rinto, the Gallade trainer, and Rinto was set up as a rival for Farfetch'd as it lost to Gallade in the first battle. After this, Ash took Farfetch'd to the castle of Chivalry where he met up with Wickstrom and did some special training. This was all awesome, maybe a little rushed, but it still made for some great Farfetch'd moments. Farfetch'd took that training into its rematch with Rinto in the Pokemon World Championship where it had such an epic battle to help it evolve into Sirfetch'd. So that little spell where we were getting a lot of Sirfetch'd development was great. Problem is we haven't seen it since, and this is the trend that Journeys has set. A Pokemon will have something major happen to them and then they will go missing for ages. It's happened to every single one of Ash's Pokemon in Journeys, including the number 1 spot. It's a problem that Journeys really needs to fix. They need to spread out development better and consistently keep Ash's Pokemon around. This is the worst series where Ash's Pokemon don't feel relevant, and it's a problem. But Sirfetch'd has some really cool moments, and that's why I decided to edge it over Pikachu, and I really hope we can see more of it soon. So taking the first spot is of course Lucario. I don't think there was any doubts about this top spot. It's the Pokemon that we all wanted Ash to capture for so many years, and he finally got it. And it made for some epic moments. Like I said before, even Lucario has had its problems with going missing. I think after it evolved, it got the battle with Mewtwo and then went missing for ages, which is a huge problem, but even with that it still edges out the rest of this list. It was introduced as a mystery egg with this aura calling towards Ash. It was such a great way to give Ash a Riolu, and they do share this connection when battling. You can see they really are in sync, which is of course going to lead to their Mega Evolution episode that is coming up shortly. Riolu was really important for Ash getting a lot of Pokemon World Championship battle wins, and it had a close rivalry with B's Graplock, which is still yet to overcome, and then it eventually got its epic evolution in the battle with Chairman Rose. So as a Riolu, I think the Pokemon was hands down Ash's most developed Pokemon, but like I said before, it went missing after evolving, which was a real shame. But it did however return in the battle with Volkner where it played a massive part again, and then it is getting some Mega Evolution development. So there is still so much to look forward to with Ash and Lucario, and I just can't wait to see more. But for now, in my opinion, Lucario is definitely Ash's best and most fleshed out in Journeys, and it's set up to be Ash's ace of the series despite Dragonite's 100% win rate. So Lucario gets the first spot. Let me know your thoughts on this. Where would you rank these Pokemon? Like I said, it's a tough one to rank. It's probably Ash's most underdeveloped team, which is really sad to say. So let's just hope things can get better for a few of these Pokemon. But I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you did, because we're going to be ranking all 8 of Ash's teams in the next one. So please look forward to that, and I'll see you next time.